and then they volunteer there for about 12 hours per semester. And most of the students, like almost all of the students who participated, they responded so positively because they said they are correlating what they are learning in the classroom with what they are seeing there
Yes.
in their service sites, and
So
they
it's a
are
practical application of what they learn into real life.
Right.
And I would love to talk to each of you more, but we have to go back over to 1690 AM WVON and Cliff Kelly. But just an example of the brilliant minds that are teaching the students in the classrooms here at Daly College. Back to you, Cliff.
And thank you, Deborah. I'm Cliff Kelly. We are back, simulcasting live with WYCC TV 20 on the all-new 1690 WVON, the talk of Chicago. And now we are pleased, as always, to have the boss, the chancellor, the gentleman who is doing such a wonderful job as the head of all 7 of the city colleges. His leadership has brought out so many new programs and so many new students, and we just appreciate all that he's done. None other than Dr. Wayne Watson. Good afternoon, Doc.
Good afternoon, Cliff. Good afternoon, WVON family, and good afternoon, WYCC family.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great,
Doing
great. How do you feel about the registration citywide?
As the cameras are showing, we have students registering. We always can have more, without a doubt. That is our challenge. But citywide, we're looking pretty good, you know.
Great.
But we're never satisfied. There's always that one last soul that we want to reach out to and be able to help.
Well, I know you do that consistently. You're always, if you had everybody here that could possibly register, you still wouldn't be satisfied.
You know, education is something that we as a country need to become passionate about.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so within the city colleges of Chicago, we are passionate about it. We believe that it is the beginning to success. So we make it happen. You know, we execute all of the different programs and we're at a level of excellence so that our students, as you know, we have numerous programs that are nationally accredited. Students must sit for a national exam. And our programs are accredited, our students pass these exams, and our students become employed as nursing students, as in different areas.
Sure. Well, this is the thing that I think a lot of people really don't understand, just how great, during your administration, Chancellor Watson, they need to know the fact that there are different criteria here. I mean, there are a number of things you can do, just like you just mentioned, skill for jobs. People come out of here with a certificate and go right to work. When we were here at Daly College last time, I don't know how many people were hired from the different programs that you have. There's continuing education, which is adult education. Folks come in, they may be working, they're doing something, but they want to improve their skills or whatever. Then you've got GED and ESL. And then you have people who want to come here and then go to a 4-year college. So you've got all of that.
We have that, and then we have the electricians. We have the construction electricians program and a full apprenticeship electricians program inside of Daly College. A lot of people don't realize
No, I
that.
didn't even know that. I thought that was through the...
As you know, we are trying to get more and more of our students into the trades, but the electrical union has worked with us in a very cooperative way. And so we have the electrical union, construction trade union. We have the welding program. We have a welding program.
Is that here too?
Where individuals are trained to become welders. We have one of the best manufacturing programs where we train individuals in manufacturing throughout the state, if not the Midwestern part of the United States.
Well, see, this is the thing. There's so many things in the city colleges that people aren't even aware of, and some of them you have them here and they aren't anywhere else. In the state. We saw that yesterday. But I would think that welding and electrical would be at Dawson. That's not. Dawson's got all kinds of things, but so really what you have to do is to find out which of the 7 colleges has certain things that you want.
You go on our website, ccc.edu. Go on our website, ccc.edu, or dial 773-COLLEGE on your telephone. And either one of those will take you directly to the 138 different programs that we have at the City Colleges of Chicago. Programs that are accredited, programs that lead to employment, programs that lead to education, but do not leave you with, as I must say, as a number of institutions with a $10,000, $15,000 loan.
Right. Doesn't lead you to bankruptcy.
We really have a challenge. We have a challenge to educate the larger citizenry of Chicago so that they realize that they can get education for the first 2 years without having to go into a loan status of paying back $10,000 to $15,000. A number of these for-profit institutions, which I will not name, but I have to be honest, Cliff, you guys advertise some of them.
Sure.
A number of these for-profit institutions, our challenge at the end of a semester or year of our students being there, they come to us and they have great needs. They say, we haven't learned anything, but yet I've spent all my financial aid. And then we have to figure out how we can help them. So our students, when they leave high school, they need to be counseled, they need to be advised to go to a college that is accredited, regionally accredited by the Higher Commission of Education, North Central Association, a college that is not giving you a $500 scholarship and a $10,000 loan.
I got you. One of the things we have discussed over the years, which we hear a lot about now, Dr. Watson, is the cost of the education, but where the money is coming from. I remember that you had to go to the legislature, the Illinois General Assembly, because some games were being played there, and you went down and you were very successful in making sure that not only that you got what you needed, but even a little more. Where do we stand now? We hear a lot of talk about education, but the city colleges are a part of that.
Let me say we are blessed. The city colleges, we have had excellent support from Speaker Madigan and President Emo Jones.
Right.
I mean, those two individuals, they meet with us on an annual basis. They give us the support that we need. They raise questions to us. They do their due diligence in terms of the questions and ensuring that we are providing quality education to the constituents of Chicago. And at the beginning of each session, we get their support. And Speaker Madigan and President Emo Jones have really been supportive of the city colleges of Chicago. And we have delivered for them. And that is quality education for their constituents.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. What would you like to tell us in closing?
Closing, we have 3 more days for registration. If you want to make $1 million, come to City Colleges of Chicago and get started. That's the best chance you have, because research shows that if you only have a high school diploma, throughout your career, you'll make about $500,000. But then, if you get a college degree, if you get an associate's degree, you're someplace between $850,000 to $1.2 million. So you want to make $1 million? Come tomorrow and register with the City Colleges of Chicago.
It certainly makes a difference. And again, give those numbers for people who may want to call in.
It's ccc.edu for the website, and 773 College. And most important is you'll be starting a career that will be something that can help you improve the quality of your life and have a fulfilled life.
And I just want to make sure also, Chancellor, that people understand that it's not only those who are doing that, but people who just want to improve the quality of life. I mean, folks who are working, they just come. The adult education courses are wonderful.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's a lot of things on there I'd certainly like to take.
Yes.
Yeah. We can do it together.
Well, English as a second language, Yes.
Deborah's laughing. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you.
Okay.
Dr. Wayne Watson, the Chancellor of Chicago City Colleges. We are streaming live at www.WVON and simulcasting with WYCC TV 20. And right now we're going to go to Sharon McGee and get the latest in the headline news. Sharon? And for those of you watching,
Okay, Cliff. I was having visions of you two gentlemen taking basket weaving classes. But the one familiar theme that you're hearing here repeatedly this afternoon as we continue our live broadcast from Daly College at 7500 South Pulaski. If you want to give us a call, you can do so at 773-838-7500. Or you can visit us online and even find out what classes are available by going to www.daly.ccc.edu. But the familiar refrain is, show me the money. Where is the money? Well, I have the money people at the table. These individuals know where all of the money is. For individuals who have no money, to those who have a little bit of money, those who are in the service and want to have more money, those who have fought for this country and have come back and are looking for some additional opportunities, these folks know where the money is. And I welcome the money people here at Daly College. We have Rhonda Smith, who is Director of Financial Aid. And we have Tony Stewart, who is with the Admissions Department, who has all the information about the Veterans Grants and the GI Bill. And we have Christopher Stinson, who is the Assistant Business Manager. And I welcome you all to our live broadcast. So let's get down to the brass tacks. Where is the money?
The money is with the federal government, and the
Okay.
students just need to apply for it. So a student can go to www.fafsa, that's FAFSA.ed.gov, to submit their information and find out how much Pell Grant they could be eligible for.
And there are plenty out there.
Yes.
But you have to come, sign up, and participate in order to benefit.
Absolutely. And
Is there a deadline?
The deadline is not until June of 2006. So the current, or 2007, excuse me, the current FAFSA goes all the way until June 30th, 2007, and a student can even apply for financial aid for fall of this year. The 2007-2008 FAFSA is also available at that website.
Awesome. And for the veterans who are tuned in and watching, the GI Bill and the veterans grants that are available?
To apply for those, you would either come to the campus and fill out an application, or actually you can go online to www.gibill.gov. For the Illinois Veterans Grant, you can go to www.collegezone.org. And in both of those places, you can find an application, fill that out, and get started with the process of getting some money for your education. The Illinois Veterans Grant covers the cost of tuition. The GI Bill puts money in their pocket.
And for students who are coming down here to register today, there are a few things that they must have in hand. You can sign up for the classes, but you do have to see the gentleman at the end, Christopher Stinson, the business manager. He wants to make sure all of your financial documents are in order. What do they need to have in order to register?
Okay. If they don't have financial aid, or if they're not on the IVG, National Guard, MIA, POW, then they need to pay by cash, credit card, or check. A lot of times the students don't have the total amount due, so we also offer partial payment plans where they can pay 50% at the time they register and the balance during midterm, which is March 14th.
So, but what we want to really underscore here is that there's so many opportunities for you to get financial assistance.
Yes.
Money is available to defray part, if not all, of the cost of your tuition. So you need to come down here and take advantage of this terrific opportunity. Otherwise, you have to give us a check, a good one. A credit card, a good one, that's yours. Have an ID, state or driver's license,
Yes.
or some other valid ID,
Correct.
and you're good to go. It's just that simple. So we encourage you to come on down and take advantage of all these opportunities. Again, the Pell Grant opportunities are available all the way through
June of 2007. And I would also like to encourage students to go to the website, as the Chancellor mentioned, www.ccc.edu. You can click on prospective students, financial aid, and then scholarships. There are scholarships listed that a student can apply for if he or she is not eligible for Pell, or if they need additional assistance in addition to the Pell Grant, excuse me.
So, Tony, for our veterans who are out there, and we certainly want to salute all of you who have served for this country honorably, and we certainly want you to take advantage of these opportunities that are available. Are they taking advantage, and what do they really need to know to activate those grants?
To fill out an application for their GI Bill, they must bring a copy of their DD-214, member copy number 4. Anyone who's been in the military knows exactly what document that is. Additionally, if it's the child of a veteran, in addition to the fact that they will receive the GI Bill, which is cash in their pocket, they also have the opportunity for the state-based scholarship, which offsets the cost of their tuition. There's also a website. If you've run out of your GI Bill and you're not an Illinois resident and you do not have the Illinois Veterans Grant, there are many scholarships out there, but one in particular is the gracious, it escapes me now, but there are several that they can that are specific to men and women who have served in the military.
Very interesting. The children of veterans are eligible.
Only those veterans who are 100% disabled or deceased, their children and their spouses are eligible for benefits.
There's more money, more money. Come on down. It's a great come and get it day. And also, for the students that come down here and register at any of the city colleges, do they have to be citizens or living within the city of Chicago?
No, they don't have to be citizens or living in the city of Chicago. In fact, we can take you from Michigan, Indiana. It doesn't matter. If you want to come to city colleges, we will take you, give you a great education, and send you on your way.
So we do have out-of-state opportunities, but they have to pay a little bit more.
Yes,
their tuition is a little bit more.
It definitely is a little bit more.
But still highly competitive.
Yes.
The best deal in town.
Yes.
Absolutely. And is there anything extra that those individuals coming from out of state that they need to have with them?
Anything extra? No, just proof where they live, the valid ID, and then from there, their transcripts, what they will turn into admissions. But when they get to the business office, it's all about the money.
It's all about the money. I'm telling you, these are the money people right here, because it is all about the money. And we encourage you to come on down. We're located at 7500 South Pulaski, broadcasting live today from Daly College, a Simulcast with 1690 AM WVON. I'm Deborah Crable, and I'm tossing it back over to Cliff Kelly with 1690 WVON.
And thank you, Deborah Crable. I'm Cliff Kelly on the all-new 1690 WVON, the talk of Chicago, and simulcasting with WYCC TV 20. And we are at the Richard J. Daley College at 7500 South Pulaski Road, and having great registration going on here. And it's just fantastic, as Deborah mentioned. We are so pleased now to have with us Dr. Vali Siadat, who is the chair of the mathematics department here at Daley. And not only does he do an excellent job doing that, but he also, the doctor was the Illinois Professor of the Year in the year 2005. And that just goes to show you the quality of the professors, the faculty here at Daley College. Doctor, so good to see you. Pull right up to the mic, if you will.
Thank you so much.
Good.
I'm very proud to be here, and I'm very proud to be a member of the institution of City College of Chicago and Richard J. Daley College in particular. And we are here to serve our students, to empower them with knowledge, to teach them mathematics, and to get them ready to move on to transfer institution or to get their associate's degree and move on with their lives. And we are doing a very good job in that capacity.
Well, you certainly are, and to have someone such as yourself, Illinois Professor of the Year, that is a great honor, but it just shows the quality of the faculty here at Daley and the other city colleges, and I just think it's great.
Yeah, that's correct. We have a very high caliber faculty members in our math departments. not only at the Daly College, but throughout the City College of Chicago. They are highly educated, they are motivated, they are highly skilled in teaching, and that is what makes us unique in the city of Chicago. We are unique in teaching. We have the knowledge and we have the capability to teach our students.
Mr. Chairman, let me ask, we have a lot of apprehension about our students relative to math and science. And with the global economy being what it is, and there are these suggestions that the American students don't really get into math and science as they should. How do you respond to that, and what do you see happening on that level?
Well, we need to improve the quality of teaching. I think many students have been traumatized by the past, by years of neglect and years of misteaching, and we need to improve that. And once we develop that skill, I'm sure students will get motivated to learn the knowledge and to move on and to engage in science and engineering and technology or whatever careers they choose to do. But teaching is the most important thing. And our teachers are not only capable in teaching skills, but they motivate students. They are motivators, they mentor the students, they encourage them to learn and to move on with their lives.
Motivation, that's very important. You're absolutely right. I can recall what a difference that would make. You can have a professor who is well educated but yet does not motivate the students, and it does make a difference. And we see that. Yeah. We see that here because so many of you really have a concern for the student body, and I think that's great. Let me ask, I think your curriculum, what you do, probably requires a greater quality of high school activity. In other words, there are a lot of students that I know in high school that probably would have a problem coming here and placing in the mathematics department. How do you adjust to that? And what kind of students do you have coming here relative to?
Students come to us and we evaluate their background and their knowledge, and wherever they are, we place them in a proper level.
Okay.
And even if their level is pre-college, we have the expertise to move them up to the college level.
That's great.
So if they're at the college level, they take college classes. And we have courses in the science, technology, engineering track. We have classes for business students. We have classes for liberal arts students. We have classes for elementary education students. And we have classes for students who are not still capable of doing college level work, and we raise their level to the college level so that they can take the college level courses.
All right, so my apprehension on that, you take care of that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
That's right. It doesn't matter. Okay. So we serve all levels of students. So they come to us, we take care of them.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what they have to do. They have to come to us and
you take care of them.
That's right.
They want you to get a little closer to the mic, Doctor. Just a little closer. Good. Want to hear your every word. The other interesting thing I'd like to ask you, of those students who are coming in taking courses in the mathematics department, what are they usually doing, Mr. Chairman? Are they there because they want the credits to go on to a four-year college, or are they doing it because they're going to get a certificate in some sort of vocation, or what normally is the reason they want to come in and take mathematics courses?
Well, we have different types of students. Some people want to get an associate degree. That's their terminal degree, and we serve those students. Some people want to transfer to a four-year institution. They want to go into engineering, science, or business, medicine, architecture, pharmacy, biological sciences, and we have courses for those. There are people who want to go to education, elementary education or secondary education. We can help them with those courses, or in business area. So we have different types of students with different interests, and we can serve them and we can help them achieve their objectives.
In talking to Dr. Watson earlier, the chancellor, he told me, well, every time I come here to these colleges, I learn something different, Dr. Sadat. But when he talked about they have the electrical union, I mean, you have programs here that will make people electricians or welding. That definitely requires some mathematics, right?
Yeah, that's every field in this day and age requires the knowledge of mathematics.
Right.
No matter what you're doing, you need to be able to reason out logically. You need to be able to think. You need to improve your critical thinking skills, and you need to have some basic knowledge of mathematics. So mathematics is something like bread and butter for a citizen of a modern world these days. And,
Well-
we can help students achieve those goals. They just have to come to us,
And this is the time to do it.
and this is the time to do it.
This is an example of the type of faculty that's here. Here, Dr. Valley Sananat is the chairman of the math department, but the Illinois Professor of the Year. Now, that's everybody at all levels of higher education. I just think that's great, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Come out and register so you can get the knowledge that these faculty members want to impart. Like he just said, you have to motivate the students, and that's what they do, in addition to having the ability to educate and motivate. I'm Cliff Kelly on the all-new 1690 WVON, the Talk of Chicago. We're going to a commercial break. And now, for those of you watching, we are going to Deborah Crable. Deborah?
And our live broadcast continues. We're from Daly College here at 7500 South Pulaski. And I have the privilege now of introducing you again to the man who has a vision, who heads up the City Colleges of Chicago, the 7 City Colleges of Chicago, all over the city of Chicago, offering educational opportunities in 7 different geographical areas throughout this grand and great city. And that is none other than the Chancellor himself, Dr. Wayne Watson. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, we did Malcolm X yesterday. Here we are at Daly College on the other side of town.
Yes.
And right here, the hub of Ford City, and certainly we have witnessed a lot of demographic changes in this community from when Father Daly first pitched the first shovel and for the groundbreaking of this great college.
And it was a good vision he had
Yes.
in terms of
Move
as
this.
you call Father Daly, in terms of the vision he had for this college.
We need you to move just a little bit closer to the
Okay.
microphone, and that'll be great. And his vision is parallel with your vision. And one of the notions that I had following yesterday's broadcast, we have 7 different colleges in 7 different geographic areas around the city. That's a broad, broad canvas. When you sit back and you evaluate the lives that you impact, what do you see, what do you feel, what are your expectations?
You know, what I see is opportunity. Expectation is that we will make a difference that makes a different in someone's life. That means we will be that ounce of quality support in someone's life that will help make them successful, that will be the difference between them getting a job, not getting a job, buying a house and not buying a house, being able to provide their child with food and not being able to. That's what we do, and that's what we do best. If you look at the city colleges of Chicago, we have a number of common threads. One common thread is our English as a second language. The tens of thousands of individuals that come to Chicago every year that cannot speak English, they come to us, and at no charge, they learn to speak English. And once they learn to speak English, taking our English as a second language classes, they then get a job.
Oftentimes with the city colleges.
Oftentimes with the city colleges of Chicago or with the various departments throughout the city of Chicago. And what one also needs to realize is that a number of these individuals that come to Chicago that cannot speak English, they have skill sets. They are carpenters. They are dentists. They are architects. The challenge is they just cannot speak English. And when we teach them to speak English, they go out and become full tax-paying individuals within the city of Chicago. So it doesn't get much better than that. When you take someone and you can make that difference in their life. And we do that to the tune of about 30 to 35,000 students every year.
That's
and it is at no cost. Now, there's another reality. some of these individuals, when they come to Chicago, regrettably, go to institutions where they have to pay money. It is not necessary. They should not have to.
Well, we certainly have a huge impact with 35,000 students just in the immigrant communities and those communities, individuals that migrate here that don't speak English, and another 100 or so thousand of people that are here as citizens. And we thank you so much for your leadership and your vision, and thank you for joining us for the Simulcast.
Thank you very much.
I'm Deborah Crable, and we are broadcasting live today in conjunction with Daly College with 1690, I keep forgetting it's now the new 1690, WVON, and with Cliff Kelly. And we encourage you to come down and join us here at Daly College at 7500 South Pulaski and take advantage of the many education opportunities that are available here to you. We have career programs here for those who have established careers and you want to improve your skill set. We have programs for in many different areas. Continuing education, as Erie said yesterday, everything from the cradle to the grave, because we do have mortuary sciences as well. But in terms of even your involvement with the city colleges, you have some direct impact as a student or having that kind of an experience in your life. And now, after they told me I had time to stretch, they told me I have to now wrap up. We'll get that story at a later time, but that's the beauty of broadcasting. We're going back now to Cliff Kelly at 1690 WVON.
And thank you, Deborah Crable. I'm Cliff Kelly on the all-new 1690 WVON, the talk of Chicago. And, of course, we are simulcasting with WYCC TV 20 and broadcasting live from the Richard J. Daly College at 7500 South Pulaski Road. And you can come on by and register because they've got some great programs. And 138 programs that exist in the city colleges. And, of course, different of the 7, different ones have different schedules. So you have to make sure you check that out to find out exactly where you want to go, which would be contingent on what you want to study. Right now, we are pleased to have 2 gentlemen who are going to give us some more ideas. First, a gentleman on the nursing faculty. And let me tell you, nursing is one of the most important things now. You get associates in nursing or whatever, you got a job right away. He is Professor Roy Camerini.
Yes, thank you.
Good to see you, Professor.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I want you to pull right up to the mic so everybody can hear you. And also we have gentleman, the Dean of Careers, Professor Prem Sood. Professor?
Thank you.
Pleasure to see you also. Thank you so much. Professor Sood, tell us about the careers. You're the Dean of Careers. I presume, obviously, these are, you're concerned with the students who come here who are looking toward leaving here and going right to work.
Yeah, the way we have designed the program is that you can do both. Mm-hmm. You can also do short-term programs, and you can succeed, take a job, and then move on. We also have articulation with universities, that in case you continue to go up the ladder, you're able to go back and do your bachelor's and master's degrees. In this case also, that we have several career programs, including manufacturing, aviation, nursing, criminal justice, business and finance, and computer information systems. And we also have programs like continuing education, which you'll be able to address that a little later. One of our premier programs is nursing. One of the most important premium program is nursing, where we have expanded. We had 60 seats, now we have 75 seats. The program is so much in demand, we have usually 250 to 300 applications, and we are able to pick up 75 students with a great success rate. So we're very proud of it, and we're very pleased to have Roy on our staff, because one of the very outstanding faculty members we have.
That is great. Professor Camerini, tell us a little bit about the program. As the professor just mentioned, I know that all of your people are probably placed right away.
In terms of the job market, post-graduation, and even before licenses are set for, they have jobs that are, considered license pending nursing. And as you know, culturally, nursing and healthcare is, as you said, you write your own ticket when you graduate, for sure.
There are studies that show that the mortality rate in hospitals is directly related to the number of nurses per patient. They had a big deal about this
Ratio.
a few months ago. The ratio, right?
Uh-huh.
The ratio, because they are really the ones that take care of the patients. The doctors aren't.
Well,
it's the nurses.
That human next to the bedside touch
Right,
is
exactly.
nursing. Yes, absolutely.
We have a shortage. We still have a shortage. Is that correct?
That's what I'm hearing, along with you. Uh-huh.
Yeah, right. Okay. So how the professor just mentioned you have expanded the number of seats you have, but nevertheless, and notwithstanding that fact, you have 3 or 4 times as many students applying for those. Are you going to be able to expand the number of
I believe that is the goal of the college, to expand the seats even further. But remember also that the shortage of staff also correlates with a number of educators too. You see, so that's another barrier to overcome in the whole process. But Daly College is my alma mater.
Okay.
As my first nursing graduate. As a nurse, and as the dean had pointed out, it fits like a glove because you get your degree, you go to work, you make a little bit of money, you go on with your life, and then as you go on for your bachelor's degree at a BSN completion program, which we're in league with some of the universities in the area that our classes then will fit like a glove into their programs. So, and then as particularly Governor State University. And then go on, of course, for a master's degree and join our ranks as educators maybe one day, huh?
That's excellent.
So it's a great long-term plan, and
we don't want to downplay Dean Sood any of the other great programs you have relative to careers. What obviously nursing is fantastic. What others do you do where people are really in demand?
Well, for example, manufacturing programs.
Manufacturing.
We have plenty of jobs. Just about 90% of people work, and some of the programs we have is 80% placement. And that kind of programs, and especially the ones which are short terms, especially which are designed for people to come and take the skills, go look for a job. In fact, we help them to get a job. So most of the program, when you go back, look at computer information systems, I was emphasizing that before. We have program which is 12 credit hours, one semester. If you really work hard, 16 weeks, you can go back, get a certificate, and then go look for a job. So the idea here is how can we add your skills, and not only for people who are brand new getting into it, come on in, enhance your skills, because the future is going to be careers, and skills are always, most of the times, have been valued. While as we have a great support from our other areas of English and mathematics, those are essential parts of development. But we are educationists, and we think these programs are very beneficial. And in olden days, it used to be this way, that if you do associate applied science degree, that was end, but not anymore. We just about every program we have articulation with universities where you can go on to finish your bachelor's and master's degree, including manufacturing. You can go and do that with Illinois Institute of Technology and Northern Illinois University. So this is the way we're trying to put what we call nowadays career paths. It doesn't matter where you join, you always have progressing ladder. You can keep moving up while you're going to work.
That's excellent. And there was one that the last time I was here, Dean Sood, that had to do with aviation, which I thought was just great. Tell us about that.
The aviation program has just started last semester. Now we have several number of students. In fact, we are investing some money right now, modifying more some of our labs. We have latest equipment available. There are 2 major programs in that maintenance programs. That will be one will be power plant, which we call maintenance mechanic, and the other one is airframe. So in 20 months, you can finish this program and are able to pass FAA requirement, get a FAA certification, and then get a job. There's so many jobs. I had a director from Illinois State, now Southern Illinois University. He was mentioning nowadays the organization, the private private organizations which are looking for people to maintain their fleets.
Yeah.
They have been coming and actually taking students for lunch and dinners, trying to offer them jobs. He said all his students at the university are employed before they even finish.
So that doesn't happen just with athletes. Right, that's great to hear. I tell you, I think it's obvious that it's not a shortage of jobs out here. It's a shortage of qualified people looking for jobs. And once people come here, they can find work.
Hopefully get qualified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you say, they even come in and want to take them out to lunch or dinner or something.
We
and say,
can build skill in them. We have very good labs. I mean, we have millions of dollars of equipment in our laboratories.
That is great.
That's not to say it's not challenging to the student.
Oh,
you know,
right.
It's certainly
Well, it should be.
it's
Sure.
a compact, comprehensive program. You know,
Right.
you have to be serious.
Yeah. But also, you have to be serious. But the other thing, Mr. Camarini, that I think, Professor, that I think is great, not only that you, the faculty members, really have relationships with the students, but you also have these outreach programs, such as the TRIO and so forth, to really help students who may not have the background or family or whatever can help them.
Always there to support and help with, you know.
So all you got to really have is the desire and the incentive to get here, and once you get here,
We work
you're
and
going to
try to
take
find
care of
every way possible to get you into the program, keep you into the program, and keep you qualified to stay in the program. Absolutely.
I think that's excellent. I want to thank you both.
Certainly my pleasure.
Dean Premsud, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
Good
much
to
for
see you
having us.
again. Right, and Professor Camarini,
pleasure.
thank you so much.
Okay.
Great. Excellent. We are broadcasting live, of course, from the Richard J. Daley College. It's registration. And I am Cliff Kelly on the all-new 1690 WVON, the Talk of Chicago. We're going to take a break and go to Sharon McGee for the latest in the weather and the news. And now we go to none other than our good friend, Deborah Crable. Deborah?
Thank you so much, Cliff. I have two people joining me now for our live broadcast that I really need to have as my very best friends. The folks that are over the Computer Information Systems program here at Daley College. I am terrible. True confession. I get yelled at all the time for not even knowing the basics. But you can learn the basics and infinitely more here at Daley College. And I have joining me as the chairman of the Department of the Computer Information Systems, and that is Mr. Saeed Dunday. And we have my dear friend, Benita Ellis, whom I have the privilege of listening to her classes across from my office. And boy, do you give some powerful information. So I have been able to pick up a little bit, but I need to be in that class. When we Mr. Chairman, when we take a look at computer information systems today, everything, our lives are centered around computers.
Correct.
So it would behoove any and everyone to at least have one course in computer information systems.
Exactly. At least one course, maybe more than that.
So what if going from the basics to the high end? On the high end, what are you able to teach your students that are the marketable skills that transfer to career skills?
I will give you overall view of our program. We have two programs. One is called Computer Information System. Another is Network Technology. There are two programs. In the Computer Information System, we have AS, Associate in Applied Science degree. Students who complete 60 credit hours, they get it. But on the way, they can get basic certificate, which has 12 credit hours. Then students can also achieve advanced certificate after completing 30 hours. And then finally, AS. The same we have in the network technology system. We have basic certificate, advanced certificate, and AAS in network technology system. Now, students who get the basic certificate, 12 hours credit, they can look for a job, very basic jobs. For example, data entry clerks they can get, or some jobs in the internet area. Internet.
Building websites and working for your computer-based outfits like Comp USA or something like that.
Right. Very basic, very basic skills. In advanced certificates, we have more courses which are a little bit high level. And in the associate degree, AS degree, we have concentrations, various concentrations there. Students can go in the software applications concentration, AS degree with concentration in software application. They can go with computer operations and support. They can go for computer programming. They can go for e-systems, electronic system e-systems like e-commerce.